I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it.
Hood.
Oh, look who that guy is. Hello, everybody. Good day to you and welcome back. Glad you guys are here. I know, I'm super glad to be here. Check this out real quick before we get started today. David knows what's up. I gotta see this right here. 6'0", 6'4". It's big. You think we gotta? Yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. Here it comes. I think it's good. Let's get her down. Come on down, man. That boom flexing. There's the spot. Is it gonna break? All right. It's sitting. Look at that. It's balancing on the oil pan. The whole deal. Look at that. Oh yeah, check it out. We're hanging. We're hanging. 3-point sling. Ooh, it's a compact truck. See, it folds over like a transformer. Yeah, I see why we're stripping this one out. We've seen better days. It's got the Rust-Oleum, the Crustomatic corrosion. Okie dokes, let's go from one extreme to the other. So that was a V8 turbo diesel Ford motor, and this is a Cub Cadet gigantic weed eater. It's not a lawnmower, it's a weed eater. Check it out. It's got little what you call them, little nylon blade things on them. They're changeable off the hub right here. It's a belt-driven hub with a little I don't know, Craftsman something engine, Cub Cadet. Whatever it is, a little single-cylinder Briggs & Stratton style motor. This thing doesn't run, and it needs service. It's got like 100 hours on it, I guess. I bought this machine new in 2018 and used it like a handful of times. Yes, the air filter's off of it, but I have that at home. So I need to get this thing unloaded. I've got to pull the carb and clean it out because I've got a bunch of overgrowth of weeds and whatnot around my well house, and I need to cut that stuff away. So this thing's at work today to get the carburetor serviced. And I've got parts in there. I had a parts delivery last night too. I've got some suspension components for our 2000 Pontiac Firebird Fiero Ferrari Bird. So let me get this thing unloaded, and then I'll go throw those suspension arms on the Ferrari Bird, and then perhaps we can come over here and work on the lawnmower because I need to get this thing alive and well and back into operating condition. Coming down. Oh, there we go. Come on, mower. Yeah, the thing doesn't start. Check this out. I will make an attempt to restart the engine, but I don't think it's gonna go. You liar. Yeah, carb's plugged up. Negative, Ghost Rider, not gonna run. Carb's plugged up. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And now it's time for coffee. Thank you, darling. Love you.
Love you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? You nervous? Oh, do I make you camera shy? Smile. You're pretty. Okay, a real quick like before we get started, I need to move my Silverado because I've got it parked in the service drive and we need to get cars in and out. So I'm gonna go ahead and back this thing out. Restarting the Silverado, or Escalatorado, I guess. That's what we've been calling it, because it has received a full-on Escalade interior upgrade, complete with Yukon vanity lights. Check it out. I can see you. Okay, let's go ahead, back this thing out and park it in one of the holes out behind us, and then, reverse mode. I've failed to notice that before. Maybe it's because I'm looking behind me and not at my gauges. Yeah, let's get this thing parked back there, and then we can use our stall again. We got a big mess to clean. There's been a transmission change that has taken place here. We've got a bunch of heavy-duty truck work coming in because I've got to rebuild a dually Silverado over there. That's a 03 Duramax with the LB7, I think. That's the LB7 diesel. So I've got some work on that thing to get started. I've got this Ford over here I haven't looked at yet. And I need to get that Pontiac Fiero Firebird Ferrari thing, the Ferrari Bird. We gotta get the Ferrari Bird out of the shop today. So I think the only thing left on that is the lower control arms and the rear axle, and I need to build up an estimate to do something about that oil leak on it, but that's about it. Then we'll work on the lawnmower. Okay, so this next little minuscule task, moving on up, black subscribe button. Got to that one really quickly out of the gate, didn't we? Next little minuscule task of the day is we're gonna get these control arms slapped into this this Pontiac right here, and then this one will be complete pending the repair on that oil leak, which it looks like it's the intake manifold. I see a lot of oil hanging out, like right down there behind. Y'all can't even see it. It's underneath the intake. I see a bunch on the front area of the valley, and there's a whole bunch running down along the edges, and I'm assuming there's a boatload of it in the back because it seems to be running down the back of the cylinder heads, and that's that leak right there. See that? That's no bueno. So that's kind of a larger operation. That one needs to be discussed and planned out. So let's finish up with the rest of our small stuff real quick, and then we can go fix lawnmowers. Sound good? I think it does. Coming down on the locks, good to go. Let us begin. So if memory, well, to jog y'all's memory, we're gonna be replacing this control arm here and this control arm right here, because these bushings are separated from their housing. So that one was separated, that one, this one here, and that one right there. So we're gonna pop these guys out and get them changed out. We're gonna take some of those pole jacks over there, use those pole jacks to support the weight of the axle. That way the axle can't move up and down, and then we can unbolt and then bolt in the replacements. That's the plan. Alrighty, like I had mentioned, we're gonna need the pole jacks here. These are going to support the weight of the axle and prevent it from moving around while we disconnect the linkage over here. So let's get this thing set up. Probably set her down right about top. Then we need to raise this up and make contact with the axle somewhere. I'm thinking maybe like right here on that bracket, or you know what? I'll do it here and probably right here. That should work. That gives me space to maneuver around and manipulate things. Come here, pole jack. Ha, check it out. Lauren's enjoying my new seats for the Silverado.
I'm having a snack that Aaron left behind.
Oh, those were good.
Yeah.
The Escalatorado seats. Those came from was it a 2002 Avalanche, I think? And check this out. These are 20 years old and they're mint. There is no cracking. This is the driver's seat. This is where when you get in and out, it tears it up right here and it rips the seams. But this seat has almost zero visible wear. There's a little bit going on, but not much. This truck was perfect Not bad for 20 years old. I'll never find seats like that again that have not been reupholstered. Never again. And they're full power. They've got sliding, lumbar, and the tilt on both sides. Look at that. Full power on both sides.
Are they heated?
Yes. They are heated, but I don't, we're not gonna use that feature. No, I'm not wiring up heated seats. No way, Jose. No way.
I'm getting crumbs on your knee.
No, don't ruin my leather. That leather's never been touched by humans. I guarantee they had towels on that thing for 20 years. It's never been touched. Don't ruin it. No, seriously, that's a real thing. I had my son in the truck the other day and it was full of graham crackers by the time he left. So here we'll stick this thing in there between the sway bar and the axle tube if it fits, and it does. Then we just need to tighten up a little wing nut thing here. It's gonna give some up pressure on the axle, like so. And now that axle is secured. A little bit of up pressure, not much at all. So we can flip around over here to the other side and repeat procedure. I think we'll stick that in right there. Tighten it up just a wee little bit. There we go. A little bit of up pressure here. Now that one's secure. So let's go ahead and start removing the bolts. I guess we'll start with this side since we're on this side. All right, 18 millimeter coming in. That's a 10 plus the 8. Crack that nut loose. And then I'll get behind the bolt side with the electron ratchet. Spin that thing out here. You gonna fit? No. Let's try it this way. No. Oh no, I'm gonna have to take the tires off. Maybe not. That didn't work. Stupid non-hammers. There, pry bar. It's a non-pry bar. Okay, pry bar coming in. Let's just, trim tool pry bar.
You know what I found out?
What did you find out? Let's pry this bolt out. What was it?
You know the snow in Home Alone?
Yeah?
That was not real snow. It was made of instant mashed potatoes.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the flakes.
Like all over the yard and stuff?
Everything.
They smeared instant mashed potatoes in the yard?
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I read. You know, I don't know how you know.
Well, you can't believe anything.
that's so gross.
It's probably not true, because if it's been published, it's probably a lie, because that's just how it works. Oh yeah, look at that one. Thing just, that flip-flopped. It's not supposed to do that. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen that way. Okay, let's go to the front one and remove that next nut and bolt and get this arm out of here for closer inspection. Swinging around. There's our bolt unit right there. Laura, will you come help? Grab that green little ratchet right there and put it on here.
Oh, this.
Yep, put it on there and then take that off. Can you get it off?
I think so.
Yeah, stick that thing in there. Send it.
What's that mean?
It means send it. Push the button. Send it. Nope, there's the button right there.
Oh.
You got it. Get your tool out of there. Good.
What's that mean?
What's that mean? We got our control arm here. Now, let's get you guys out of here. I'm making sure to keep this in the proper orientation. Let's see, where's my, I need an illuminator here. Yep, that bushing is separated right here. This piece right here is supposed to be semi-attached to this piece here, and it is not. It's just kind of spinning around and flopping around all willy-nilly like. Very similar to this one over here. Okay, that arm is junk. Let's go dig a new one out of the box. Hello, control arm unit. There it is. That's much more nicer looking. Good. Uh-oh. There. Okay, let's get these things compared here. Compared and contrasted. Looks like our bolt center's lined up. That bolt center is lined up. This looks good. And we have discrepancy. See that? That one's flat, this one's curved. This one's curved, this one's flat, so which tells me that this goes in this orientation right here. That's how she goes. See the flare on the insert? There's a flare on that one, flare and a flare, so it goes this way. Let's get our nuts and bolts and nuts and get this unit reinstalled. Okay, arm coming in. Darling, will you grab that green gun again? Mm-hmm. Just gonna thread this down some. Go ahead and run that thread down. There you go.
Keep going.
Ooh, got away from you on that one. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Pull it out. Okay, so I held this upward slightly in the back. So now we just need to coax it into its position here. Like so. And then run the bolt through on that one as well. Oh, it lined up perfectly. Look at that. Yeah, it'll fall. Okay, real quick here. Let's get this last fastener in position. Oh, you're gonna go in there. Please? Well, I thought I had everything lined up perfect. I guess I was wrong. It doesn't want to, go. What is this? I know, we will pry it again. I'll try to reverse pry it. It's so close too. There, got it. I had to pry that and then push that, and then it worked. Get that nut on there, good. All right, with our nuts in the proper location, let's get the ratchet back on there. Both of them. Tighten this guy down. More. It's not gonna work. Here, I will secure the bolt with the other ratchet and then use this ratchet to create some torque action. One more. Click. There we go. Okay, let's go around to the front side and get some torque on this one. I'll use the ratcheting side of the wrench on the nut, and then we use the wrench that's the straight end wrench on the bolt. So the idea is to hold the bolt stationary and tighten the nut. You can hold the nut and tighten the bolt, but when you go to turn the bolt, you have to overcome the bolt friction and the nut friction. But if you hold the bolt and turn the nut, then you only have to overcome the nut friction. Physics. Okay, that will cover the left side. Let's scooch on back in here and handle this right side real quickly like. Let's pull the nut loose. Ooh, the train's a-training. Coming in with the electron ratchet. Come on through. You just push the axle around some. Here it comes. There we go. And we'll have to go around now to the back side and get gravity. Get the last one over here. That's the winner. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. This one appears to be a slightly tighter squeeze, I think, because this pole's in the way. Unclicks. Oh, that was on there. Here it comes. Okay, there's our nut. And the bolt. Just wiggle that right on through. Got it. That bushing's neither one of those are any good. Cool beans. Alrighty, new ones coming in. I've paid mine to the wavy business and pointed everything in the correct direction. The little waves on it go towards the front. See you again. Nice to see you again, sir. Tell your dad I said hello, please. There we go, slide that one in. Where's my nut? Good. Now, we're gonna go back around to the other side. That's an Infinity. We're gonna be doing all kinds of cool work on that thing later on. So let's get that in position. Where's that other bolt? Swing around here. Oh, and drop it. Gravitas. Bolt gravitas. The hole seems to be lining up, but there we go. That was way easier than the other side. I now know. Do the back ones first. Let's get some torque action going here. And click. That one's good. Let's apply some torquages to the rear fasteners, and I believe this operation will be more completer than it was. That one's there. Let's get the wrench in to hold the bolt, and we'll just manually apply some torque action here. There we go. More. Click. Good. So let's back her up some. We can let the pole jack down. Come out. And same thing here on the other side. Axle coming down. Pole jack coming out. Rear suspension replacement complete. Uh-oh. Forklift guys are getting after it again. And the Infinity's stuck here. He's not going anywhere. Now what are we doing? We're putting the engine on a trailer. Cool. Yeah, you're stuck for a minute.
That doesn't go around.
Nope. No, it does, but there's so many cars back there, I don't think we can get through. Yeah. Yeah, you're stuck for a minute. When he's done, he's gonna bring that forklift through here, pull up and kind of just nudge it in, back it in over there. That way he can get by. Because I'm not bringing anything in or out right now. Yeah, well, just pull up and then just back in. Yeah, I think you can fit it. Or just stay over here. That way he can just go over there. Because he's got to go around the van and he's gonna park here. Yeah. Cool. All right, we're all good here. Forklift guys are cleared out. Looks like they sold that engine. Either way, let's get back inside. Everybody's good to go. The lot is now cleared. I need to get my goodies cleaned up from under this thing, and we're gonna go ahead and let this Pontiac, Firebird, Fiero, Ferrari, the Ferrari Bird. We're gonna let the Ferrari Bird out of here, get her parked, because I am complete on this operation. No more to do on this. Let's find some other knick-knacky stuff to handle this week, or today and this week. You know what I meant. Let's go find something else to do. Maybe we'll fix the lawnmower. What do you guys think? Can I fix the lawnmower, or will that bore you and then you won't want to be here anymore? I mean, the channel is Ray's Repairs. It's not Ray's Automotive. So I guess if I'm repairing a mower, that's kind of the same thing, isn't it? So I am repairing, and it is an engine. I don't know, what do you think? Can I get away with the mower? Or will it be like, you can't do that, we're here for cars? I bet I can do a mower, it's fine. Let's pull the lift arms out. Another. Ooh, tight clearance. Okay, we've got no tools, nothing down here. Under the hood's looking good. Closing. Clearing again. Let's get this thing fired up and reparked. All right, Fiero Bird, we are done with you for the time being, restarting the engine. Here we go. So real quick, I'm gonna give a quick test drive over the railroad tracks. If you guys recall, on the first test drive in this car, this thing was very jittery and shaky over the tracks, and I'm hoping that the repairs that we've made to the rear suspension on this can mitigate that shaky, jittery, vibraty bit of business. Now, granted, this is a convertible top, and the convertible vehicles were always a little rattly, especially over bumps, because they had no upper structure to add rigidity to the chassis. Many of these types of platforms ended up getting like a brace system that went on the bottom side of the chassis, and that was designed to, well, to brace the chassis and add some rigidity. It was kind of like a band-aid, really, for the situation. It's inherent in the design, and there's really nothing that can be done about it except for add more material. Anyways, that'll be my soapbox on convertibles for the day. Let's get this thing rolled on out of here. Like I said, just a quick spin up and over the tracks just so I can give it a feel, and then we'll get this thing reparked. We'll get out of here. Left turn coming up. Come on now, Ford. There we go. Ferraro bird. All steam. All right, here's our tracks. Let's see how she feels. Like a convertible. A little better. I certainly didn't feel that banging, knocking stuff that we used to, so I think we're in good shape here. Go ahead and flip this thing around. We'll get her parked and move on to that lawnmower. What do you guys say? You want to do some lawnmower work? I want to do some lawnmower work. Headed on back out. Here we go. Stopping for the school bus. Uh-oh, the one guy's coming out. Let me see if I can't get around him. Yeah, he's cool. It's like a little symphony of vehicles wandering around, maneuvering here and there, out and about. Let's see. Yep, we'll park this unit right over here in front of this other dually. That's good. Windows up. Parking the auto. Powering down. All right, good to go. Hello, concrete guys. Yeah, they're chopping away. Goodbye, Ferraro bird. Lock. There we go. All right, mower coming in. I don't really want to work on this in the ground, so I'm coming up with an idea. We're gonna use the lift to lift the mower. And I know what you're thinking, that's not gonna work. Yes, it is. It's totally gonna work. I know it's gonna work because, well, because it is. So watch this. I will use a pallet. I've got a pallet here. And we're gonna run these arms out like so, and then put the pallet on them, and then put the mower on the pallet, and then lift the mower up with the pallet and the lift. They're both looking at me like, what are you doing? Everyone's looking at me like, what are you doing? It's not gonna work. This is totally gonna work. This is how we get machinery off the ground when there's a hurricane. That's how you do it. Yeah, that's how you get your toolbox out of the shop too. Just like that. Moving up. Yeah, that's gonna work, see? It's highly effective. So now I just gotta drive the mower up there, and then we can lift the mower. Okay, mower. See, look at that. Highly effective. Moving on up. And you thought this wasn't gonna work. Dave knew it was gonna work. Lauren's like, yeah. What do you think, darling? I try. Look, and it's kind of stable too. See? It's not gonna go anywhere. Careful, it'll start up and run you over. Alrighty, let's get a magnet tray in here for our parts. And we're going after the carburetor unit, because those are pretty much the only things that break on these, unless you really actually break something. So let's pull this airbox business off of here. Set that thing aside, we don't need that. There's our carburetor, she nasty. There's the gasket. Gonna reuse that. You can't reuse gaskets. I can on lawnmowers, especially my lawnmowers. Put that aside. Yeah, that's, what is that? Looks like an exhaust valve or something. And I need to remove the linkages here. How do we do this? I'm not a lawnmower technician per se. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's go ahead. That wasn't supposed to do that. Let's take the air gun. I put it on and then I didn't have the clasp clicked and it fire right off. Anyway, let us blow this business off here. I don't want to contaminate the cylinder in there. A little bit of air pressure. I can smell some stanky fuel already coming out of this thing. Okay, coming in with some needle nose action. We need to remove this little spring right here that's on this control rod. Then I need to figure out how to get that rod to come out. I think it just pops up. Push that in some, there we go. That rod is loose. And we've got another rod, but that one's captured with like this little angle Z bend right here and another one there. So I don't think I can get that rod off just yet. Let's pop the fuel line off of this and make sure it can actually flow to the carb. We may not have fuel going to the carburetor. Let's see what we have here. And it's not flowing fuel. What's this do? Here. Blockage. No fuel flow action. It's not cool. Okay, so I'm not understanding why I don't have fuel flow here. It ain't got no gas in it. Because the fuel line, this one right there, runs straight into the tank, and I filled this tank last night. What is the problem, and where did all the fuel go? So, look at that. This tank is bone dry. Where's all my fuel? There's the little stem that filters the fuel going into the line, but there's no fuel in this. And I did not have a fuel spill on my porch last night. Did it all flow into the carb and then leak into the crankcase last night? Because I just refilled this. I wonder if that's what happened. I'm gonna add a little bit of fuel to this tank, and I want to see if it's going to leak out or not. If that can happen, what the carbs will do is there's like a needle and seat valve inside of there, and that valve can get stuck open, and it'll flood the engine, and it'll end up running into the crankcase, and then it all flows down into the oil pan. I learned that from one of my generators. Did that a couple years ago. Just give this like a half a tank of fuel there. Fuel gravity. Okay. Now we can see fuel down inside that tank. You guys see that in there? There's the blueness. So let's pull off the line one more time. And we'll see if it's got flow through the line. And that's there we go. We do have fuel coming through. Okay. So now there's fuel flowing through the line. Let's pull the carb back and see if it overflows this carburetor. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Interesting. Oh, I know. Let's crack the bowl loose and pull that apart for real quick while we let this attempt to fill up. Let's see if the carburetor bowl is full of a bunch of sludge and nonsense. You get phase separation from your fuel. That's where the ethanol attracts a bunch of moisture from the air, and then your fuel separates and becomes useless. Let's pull this drain open. That's the drain for the bowl, and we are flowing, kind of. Okay, so we've got a flow issue between here and here because this bowl should just be filling up with fuel. Okay. Tell you what I'll do. We're gonna pull that hose off and cap it off so all my fresh fuel can't leak out of the line. We'll get this carb pulled and disassembled. Okay, fuel line's coming off again. and it is flowing again. I'll just plug this up with a 1/4-inch socket, or a 1/4-inch extension rather, not a socket. So now I should be able to slip this this carburetor off, and I cannot. So I need to remove, looks like I need to pull these studs out in order to get that to come off of there. There's 2 studs that go into the block are capturing it. See that? Let's see if they're gonna turn with just some pliers. No, we need more aggressive pliers. More better pliers. Let's see what we have here. These ones, the snap-ons. There we go, cracked it loose. Okay, got it. That stud is out. Let's set this thing aside right here. And I think, there we go, that stud can stay. So now, I just need to angle that properly, pull that linkage away, and there is our carburetor unit. That's our choke. This one right here is our throttle, fuel inlet, and that is the fuel bowl right down here. So what I'm gonna do, take this 10 mil and crack this bottom fastener loose. Oh, or not. I'm not a lawnmower guy. Here, we'll put that stud back on. Watch this. Slip that over. We'll use the studs to hang on to the carb. Then I'll crack the bowl loose there. Let's see what treasures lie beneath. Ew, nasty moisture in the fuel system. See that? That's gross. That's all rust. Yep, that's water in the fuel, and it sat there for a long time. So there, this area, that is our float valve in the bowl. This float valve operates this little needle valve right in there. So you guys see that little valve there, that thing? So as fuel fills up in the bowl, the float wants to move upwards because it's floating on the fuel. When it goes up, it leverages that little valve, and that closes the port for the fuel coming in from the tank. So when the bowl is full, the valve is not letting in fuel. When the engine uses up some fuel in the bowl and then the level drops, it will open the valve, and the fuel will flow in from inside the tank over there. That's how the system's operating here. So what we need to do next is open up, or pull this pin out rather. See a little pin right there? We're gonna wiggle that out, set her down. Now we can pull the float and the needle valve out. See a little needle valve? There's the seat down inside of there. Little hole down inside of it. Let's blow some air through it and see if we can't free it up. It's probably got rust restriction inside of it. Here, what I'll do is put the nozzle in the inlet side and just send some air through it. See that? You can see it flowing out. That passage is clear. Here's our main jet. This is the jet that brings the fuel from the bowl into the intake stream. So let's make sure that's cleared up. And I don't think it is. I may need to pull that jet out of there. It should be threaded. Yeah, let me fetch a little screwdriver. We're gonna pull that jet out and inspect it visually and make sure it's not clogged up. There are very, very, very tiny passages inside of that jet. And if the fuel can't flow, engine can't run. A little screwdriver, flathead coming in, and we're gonna engage the flats inside of that jet, way down in there, and crack that thing loose. So I can feel it's engaging. Left turn. Nope. It slipped. These jets are very soft, and I'm starting to tear apart the brass. Let's try one more time. Okay, I'm engaging one more time. This is actually a slightly wider screwdriver for better contact. And what I'm going to do is dig that into my chest, and I'm going to pull on the carb to create pressure here on the jet, and then give it a twist. There we go. Felt it crack loose. Pull that jet out of the bore. Take a look at the passages inside. There she is. Wee little carburetor jet, and yeah, we can see through it. That's clear. Okay. So let's blow out the hole in the carb. There we go. Feel air. Okay, looking good. This jet looks good, I think. Let's spray. I'm gonna run some cleaner through it, just some brake clean. We'll put this thing back. Brake parts cleaner for the win. Very nice. Okay, that jet is clear. So let's give the carb a spray through the same orifice on the other side here. Get that lined up. Okay, all the passages seem to be clear. This is good. Let's drop our jet back in the hole. Get in there, and we'll tighten her down. All the way down, a little bit of torque. Jet clickage, very nice. So now we may take our float valve. That's all looking pretty good. There's no erosion or buildup or anything like that on that needle valve. So we'll drop that back in. And then we take the pin, run that through, all the way through. There we go, like so. Now what retains this pin is actually the sidewall of the bowl. So if this pin wants to vibrate left or right, it can only go yay far before it runs into the wall, and so it can't actually fall out no matter what you do. It's stuck there. So now you figure out how to clean this business out inside of here. That's not any good. I know. Wire brush on a stick, on a drill. Make it nice and shiny inside. Nice and deep like, look at that. Well, it's a little more better. All right, one more time. Let's see if we can't get in those little crevices. We're not gonna get it all. It's not gonna be perfect, but we can make it better than what it was. Dave, is there a check engine light on that Ford? Yeah. Will you pull the codes out, write them down for us? I'm expecting you're gonna find like a P300 misfire and some other misfire codes. And there we go. That's probably as good as that's gonna get. That's a lot better. Cool. Yeah, I can live with that. What do you guys think? A little bit of rust up here, some in the corner, but I think we're good. Let's clean the end of into this little fastener off here. Decrustify that. There. Put the plug back in. No, I can't. That's not the plug, that's the plug. So put the bowl back on, which is gonna go that way, which means I want this pointed this way. You're supposed to be able to take that loose and just drain the fuel out of these when you're done at the end of your season. That way the machine doesn't do what it just did to me. So you can drain it out and then, you know, fill it full of oil. I don't care what you do, but you can drain it out so the fuel doesn't phase separate. Yeah, what do people do? Is there like a fluid for winterizing machines? Or you just put in, just change the gas? Like, I'm not sure what the protocol is on that kind of situation there. Anyway, this is as clean as I think we're gonna get it. So, I wanna take my linkage that I just dropped. We'll reconnect that to the lever. You guys can't see what I'm doing here. There. And I need to reconnect. Where did it go? It went to this one. The one in the front, right? Correct? That's what I meant, correct? Uh-oh. I've got myself kind of stuck. Hang on. I need to take this stud back off. Ay, scheiße. There we go. That's how it's supposed to go. Thread that down. Now over here, I'll take this piece of throttle linkage and slip it down into that groove. Push it down. And we can take this little return spring. It's got a hook on the end of it. And slip that through the little hole on this throttle lever right there. There we go. So now our throttle works and our choke works, mostly. Thread that down some more. So we need next to take, thinking, I forgot how this went. Oh, Nikes, what have I done? I think it goes like that. Is that right? That wasn't right. Oh no. Yeah, wait a minute here, something. I know that this piece goes on in this direction in that orientation. This wasn't sticking out, so maybe, there we go. That slips through that little groove there. Then this goes over. That's the way that went. Okay, crisis averted. I figured it out. So now we will take this last gasket, and I think that's gonna go, which way did she go? This way or this way? Goes like that. That fits the best. This is good. Let's take our fuel line next. We're still flowing. Plug that guy back in where it goes. And I may as well put the clamp on. We need to check the oil next and make sure it's not full of all the fuel that I swear I put in this engine last night. And I know it didn't leak, so I'm a little concerned about where all my gasoline went. Let's pull the drain on this real quick and see if we got fuel flow coming out of the bowl. We need to test the needle and see. Yep, yeah, we do. Look at that. Let it ride. Okay, so it flowed till it stopped. And we plug it up some. Let it flow again. Okay, so we have good needle and seat valve function. You guys saw how that went? It dumped out, then the flow stopped because there is a restriction in the valve. It's small. They can get away with that because the engine's not designed to use that kind of fuel flow at all times. So let's tighten that guy down. Nothing crazy. We'll also check the torque. That's good. Okay. Everything's good on our carburetor side. Let's take the little air box, slip that back around, and I've got to plug in this little vacuum hose here. We'll slide this guy back over. I think that's where she went. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's it right there. So now we've got 110 mil. Second 10 mil. Except I forgot this little insert which sits inside of the plastic. It might go on the back side. Yep, doing it wrong. Love my job so much, I'm about to do it twice. There we go. That goes in and on. That way the nuts can't crush the plastic. That's what the purpose of those little pieces of metal are. There's that one, and then the bolt on the back side here. Let's give these some forward click actions. Trigger control, ring ring. Okay, a little bit more air, blow the rest of this dirt out of here. Very good. So, now, like I said earlier, I'm a little concerned about the oil in this because I know I had this tank full, completely full, and now it is not full. I don't know where it all went, but it went somewhere and it didn't leak. So I have to assume it's in the crankcase. Let's pull the dipstick out of here. Yeah, it's overfilled. There's our full mark, and the oil level is up to here. It smells like fouled gasoline. I think all the fuel ended up in the crankcase. So we're gonna do an oil change on this thing as well. Stop rolling away. There. I know, we'll use the BMW oil change vessel. It's a vacuum suctioning canister device right here. What we do is we will put shop air to it. Shop air is gonna flow through. It's gonna create a venturi, which is gonna cause a vacuum to occur inside of the tank. When we open the valve to the hose that's connected to the tank, that vacuum will be pulled through the hose. And when I submerge that hose in the oil, it will suction out the oil using air pressure. So we have created suction from pressure because physics. We'll stick that guy down in the hole. Did we bottom it out? Yep, sure did. Okay, that's down in there. We need the airline. You're coming with me. Here, let's get this connected, valve off and valve off. Always have your valves off. Plug this unit in. Okay. That's our flow. And where's my valve? That one's open. Open. Are we suctioning? Yep. Got some suction coming through. Here comes our oil. Okay. Okay, we're going. Now, let's give this mower the lean back treatment a little bit. There's lean around this way. And now it can suction out some more oil. Now, it says 1030. I don't have much in the way of 1030, so I'm going to give this thing some 1540. Because I don't want to use 530. I figure 1540 on a splash system couldn't hurt. It'll be fine. Alright. I think that's all of it. We are donezo. Shutting down our vacuum. Disconnecting our pressure. Dropping our hose. Oh, lots of hose on the ground. Good. Alright, engine oil. What do we have here in the vault of viscosity? I do not have 1540 in here. I got 040. That's not what I want. Maybe it's in the other closet. I'll bust into my Costco stash. The Kirkland oil. It's the backup supply. 8090. That's for not what I need. Yeah, this one here. There we go. Good. Heavy duty diesel oil. Perfect for small engines. Whee! You can't do that. Blow up the engine. Or the warranty. There we go. I don't know how much this takes, so we're just gonna put some in, see what happens. Ah! Spillages. Pouring things, lawnmower style pouring things. There. And we've got to dip it and stick it. Hey, look at that right there on the, just past the full mark. Yeah, that was a perfect engine oil quantity guesstimation. I'll take that. Cool. All right, so oil's filled, gas is filled, carburetor's cleaned out, everything's put back together. Let's let this thing down and see if it's gonna fire up. Mower coming down. All the way down. Took long enough. This rack doesn't go anywhere without any weight on it. How about that? Anyway, let's unrack the mowing device. Let's see if she's gonna stop. And roll it on out. It's probably gonna smoke like a freight train because I think that crankcase is overfilled. You guys saw the smoke that shoots out when we first tried to start it, right? It's gonna go. Let's see what this thing does. Okay, mowing unit. Begin engine start sequence now. Sweet, it works. Yes, I did try to weed eat the metal pole, but it works. I wanted to make sure it'll increase RPM when load goes up. That's why I did that. So anyway, the lawnmower repair is a resounding success. I can now weed eat my yard. So that's good to go, fix the problem. I still don't know where the rest of that fuel went because it didn't seem like there was that much inside of the crankcase, but yeah, that's what happened. So if you guys ever run into your small equipment not doing small equipment things, pull the carburetor off, take it apart, clean it out, take pictures so you don't forget where things go. It's not that hard. It's just a wee little engine with plastic camshafts, and our modern day eco-friendly fuel is what kills them. There we go. Let's put this pallet back in the stack of pallets. And I do believe that is going to conclude this operation, as well as the Fiero Bird Pontiac operation. We did a whole bunch of stuff today. So, having said all that, I'm going to go ahead and finish this video out. I don't want to add another subject to this already unsubjugated, unorganized, willy-nilly, do whatever we want kind of video. Let me know if you want me to work on any other weird type of engines, machineries, equipments, things of that nature. And if I can, I will acquiesce to your request at a future date. So anyway guys, again, thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here, especially since you're here all the way to the end. Since you are here all the way to the end, I can only assume that you enjoyed this video. If in fact you did enjoy this video, please leave me a comment or two down in the comment section down below. Do not forget to tap that like button while you're down there. And most importantly, before you go, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later. End of video, end of day, end of lawnmower, end of Ferrari Bird, end of transmission. Oh yeah, I forgot. We are going to be doing the intake job on that Ferrari Bird Fiero, Ferrari Camaro thing. Whatever, that blue car that was just in here. I am going to be doing the intake manifold on that, but it's going to be a couple weeks because I've got other things on the schedule, and I did not plan on a top engine teardown on that particular vehicle. So that one is going to be coming later on. If you wanted to see me fix the oil leaks, I will, but not right now. See you guys later. Again.